Okay, so this might ruffle a couple of feathers in the internet marketing industry, but a lot of copywriters these days think the only way to get to 25K or 30K a month is by being an offer owner, publishing somebody else's offer, being a marketing director, or running an agency. And that couldn't be further from the truth. In my experience, I hit 25K a different way, and so did many of my private clients. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we hit 25K, the easy way and the fast way. Let's get into it. Now, before we get started here, I have something very important to say, and that is this video is not for beginner copywriters. And the reason I say that is because you can only really start thinking about this once you've developed the skill of copywriting and once you're already making like at least 5-6K a month as a copywriter. Because before that, you haven't even established or solidified the foundation of the skill set. You're still like developing, getting familiar with stuff. So I wouldn't recommend you watch this video if you're a beginner copywriter. If you're a copywriter that's already got some success, you already have some active clients, then you're probably thinking about what we're about to talk about. You're probably thinking like, how do I go to the next level? How do I make some more money? And I don't want to just do it by trading my time to serve clients. Like, is there a better way to make money from copywriting? Should I build my own offer? Should I launch somebody else's offer? What should I do? And once you understand this, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to see how to make more money. But a lot of people don't think about this, and that's why I want to share it with you today. And the reality is that if you want to make more money from copywriting, these 4 other options that most people are talking about are probably actually going to keep you stuck, and they actually might distract you. And the reason I say that is, well, let's actually consider them, right? So the first one is building your own offer. Now, I have offers. I've made 6 figures with a low ticket. I've made 6 figures with a mid ticket. I've made 6 figures with high ticket. I've made 6 figures with all the main models for low ticket and high ticket too, actually. So I've actually made 6 figures with 4 different models of offer publishing. And in my experience, you need to have a very big vision for your product. You have to learn skills like client success, like sales, operations, admin, finance. Like, there's a lot more to building an offer than just copywriting. So if you've just got good at copywriting, right, and you're starting to make money with copywriting, now you have to learn like 5 other skills to launch an offer. That's the first thing. The second thing is you actually have to build a product that's valuable. And that takes a lot of time. It took me 2.5 years to build the dojo to the point it is where I was like very happy with it and thought to myself like, wow, I've really got a good product here. So for those first 2 years, I made a lot less from my offer than I made from copywriting. I was making probably 4 or 5 times more from copywriting than my offer. So if you have a long-term perspective and you're like, I want to launch an offer, it might take you 2 years before you actually start making more from your offer than copywriting, which is why what I'm going to share with you about making money from copywriting will probably make you more money in the short term as well as in the long term, okay? So with offer ownership, you have to have a vision, you have to be able to build a product that's valuable, and you have to learn a lot of skills that you might not have right now. And you also have to like satisfy customers. Like, what if you get refunds? What if you get chargebacks? What if you get people that expect more from you than you thought that you were offering them, but they like, oh, you promised this on the sales page, I wanted that. Like, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with all the other parts of the business, like running a team? Like, there's a lot of stuff that is involved with offer ownership that also cuts into your profits. Like, do you run ads to get the customers? Do you build a new organic social? Where do you get these customers? That also takes time. So there's just a lot of stuff with offer ownership that's like, that I'm not personally convinced is that fast. Like, in my own experience and helping people with offers, and I've helped a lot of copywriters make like over $20,000 with their own offer. It's not like I haven't done that before. It's just, it takes time and you need a vision, right? And that brings us to the second model that people are talking about, which is publishing an offer. So at least with your own offer, you get 100% equity. So when you build somebody else's offer, you have the same responsibilities, maybe a little bit less customer success, but you still have to do all that stuff. And now you only get a cut. You don't even get the full percentage. So it's like, if you want to make $25,000 a month, let's run the numbers. Let's say that you're good at negotiation, because that's also another part of it. It's like, you have to be able to negotiate. So let's say you get a deal that's 70% them, you get 30% of the deal. Okay, let's just say that's reasonable. So to get 30%, you'd need to make like $166,000 per month. $166,000 per month. Let's run the numbers on this. $166,000 per month. Because let's say the profit margins are like 50%. Let's just be conservative. You run ads, you have a sales team, you have other stuff, 50%. So we divide it by 2. So you got $83,000. So $2 million per year, top line, bottom line profit is $83,000, and you only get 30% of that. So now we times it by 3. You're making about $25,000 a month. So you have to launch an offer and you have to make a business $2 million per year, top line, to get $25,000 a month. To me, it doesn't sound much different than just being a copywriter. Like, in fact, I think you can make more with less pressure and less stress. And the other thing is, like, if you launch somebody else's offer, you've spent all this time and effort. It's like, it's their product. It's their offer. It's their face. So you don't have anything afterwards. So like, for me, it's like, well, I could launch somebody else's offer, or I could launch my own offer. I'm going to launch my own offer, right? Because at least that way, after all that work, I still have something to show for it, right? So, and I know publishing, like, there's a lot of other ways you can do it. And yeah, for sure, they're very profitable. But I'd say like there's a lot of ways to make money very easily without doing that. By the way, we're here in Harajuku in Tokyo, and it's pretty cold today actually, but we found this amazing spot. There's an amazing coffee shop inside, and wow, it's beautiful. Like, the sun is out. We thought it'd be raining today, but it's actually really sunny. So just exploring Tokyo and enjoying ourselves here in Japan. And yeah, I don't think that you can do this if you're a marketing director, which is point number 3. Being a marketing director means you have to be online, you have to respond to emails, you have to respond to people on the team, you have to run a lot of calls. And at least with partnering with other people, like when you're publishing somebody else, you have equity, you have a stake in the game. Most marketing directors are going to get less than 10% profit, like share, right? Profit share. I don't know, like with information businesses, the reality is like an information business doesn't have enterprise value because it's a promotional machine. So, I mean, I suppose you could sell some info businesses, but it's not really that easy. Most info businesses are cash flow businesses, right? So if you're building something for somebody else and you're getting profit share and 5%, it's like, let's be real, the marketing team is the business with info. You're promoting. That's where the money comes from. It comes from promoting. So if you're going to be promoting and promoting and promoting, and you're only getting 5%, but that's like 80% of where the sales are coming from. It's coming from you, right? I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that. I'm building the entire business. I'm like leading the team. I'm promoting. I'm online. I'm on calls all the time, and I'm getting only $20,000, $25,000 a month. Like, why don't I just build my own business? That's what I thought. Like, I was doing it. I've made over $100,000 as a CMO and as a marketing consultant. And I'm like, every time I do it, I tell these guys, hey, I told one guy, do this, and let's see what happens. And we tripled the business. We went from like 130K to like 350K a month. So we like 3x the business, and I didn't even get more than $30,000. So like, yeah, maybe I could have negotiated a better deal, and I got maybe 50K, 60K over like 3 months. I don't know. I mean, I could just make that by myself, you know, like in 1 month without that. So for me, it's like, well, I would rather be an offer owner than a marketing director. And I would rather publish somebody else's offer than be a marketing director. Being a marketing director is good for skills. There's a time to do that. And I've got a couple of my private clients making $20,000, $25,000 a month as a marketing director. So like, yeah, you can do that. And some people making good money with it, but you have to know why you're doing it. And it's not for the money. It's not for the 20, 25K a month. Okay, so the last one's being an agency owner. And this is another one of those things where it's like, do I really need to explain to you why I would not recommend that? Like, you probably worked in an agency if you're a copywriter who makes 10K a month. Like, you probably know how hard agency owners work. It's not an easy life, right? They are working every day. They're on the phone all the time. They're looking after tons and tons of clients. Every client, like the bigger your agency gets and the bigger the clients are that you close, the more they want like certain things specifically for them. Like, oh, can we do it our way? Can we do this? Can we do that? And so your agency, maybe in the early days, it's like quite easy because you're doing the same work again and again. But as time goes on, each client starts having like very specific demands. And then you have to improve. And then you have to serve them that, and then you have to hire people for that, and then you have to keep up with the industry. It's pressure. I don't think it's that great. And I think there's a much easier way to do it actually, and I did it. I was making really good money, multi-six figures, just working 2 hours a day from coffee shops like this one here in Japan a couple of years ago. And many of my clients make this kind of money too. And it's possible now more than ever before, because when I got started, we didn't have AI. So you'd have to do everything yourself. But now with AI, you can write 3 to 4 times more copy with less work, with less effort, with less mental bandwidth. So you can actually produce 3 to 4 times more than in 2020. And that changes the game. Like, there are so many clients that you can work with at the same time because of AI, and easy, like high paying clients, like 5K a month. So let's just do the numbers, right? 5 clients. Each one pays you 5K a month, yeah? With AI, let's say it's 5 emails a day. Let's just keep it simple. 5 emails a day, 1 for each client, 5K a month. Maybe you have a couple of side projects. 5 emails with AI, you can finish within 3 hours. If you're slow, like 2 hours if you're good, you know, like maybe even 1 hour, depending on the type of business. So you could take home $25,000 every single month with just 5 clients in just 3 hours a day. And if you don't like a client, you can just fire them. Like, it's not that hard, because when you have big clients, you can easily close another client. There are tons of really, really big clients. Once you know how to close premium clients that pay you anywhere from $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 to $10,000 a month, you only need a couple of them, maybe several of them, to hit $25,000 a month. And with AI and with some practice and with skill and maybe a coach, you can really do it like very quickly. You can do it in 3-4 hours, and you can really create insane results for businesses. And the best part is you write the copy and you're done. Maybe there's like a couple of small things you do. You can hire an assistant to do those things. So it's like, I see everybody saying like, oh, you know, I need to do this model, I need to do this model, I need to do this model. It's like, bro, just close better clients. Just close bigger clients, close premium clients. If you don't know how to close premium clients, that's the issue. It's not which model you're in. Like, copywriting is great when you have good clients. Like, I was here in Japan working 2 hours a day, making $15,000 a month just from 3 clients. And then I closed some more clients, I was at 25K. Like, it's easy. It's really not that hard. And I wasn't even using AI that much. Like, now with AI, it's so much better. You could do so much better. You could do all the work so quickly. So the real question is not which model should I go with? Like, which model is the best way to make 25K? The model is copywriting. You're already making money. And by the way, all those other models are just extensions of the copywriting skill set anyway. Like, publishing is just writing copy for yourself. It's not really any new thing, right? The real question is not what model should I go with? The real question is, what is stopping you from closing premium clients? Is it your resume, like CV? Is it your portfolio? Is it your results? Is it your brand? Is it your network? Like, you're gonna start asking yourself, like, why am I not closing premium clients? Like, you're a good copywriter. If you're making good money, like, what stops you? You know, I have copywriters in the dojo I've been working with for just a few years, 2 years, and they're already making $25,000, $30,000 a month just from copywriting. They've probably been in the game less time than you, and they're making more money. So, you know, you gotta ask yourself, like, what are you doing differently? Like, why haven't you closed premium clients? And the answer is usually that you're not putting yourself in front of the right people. You're not investing in your personal brand. You're not doing the other stuff I talk about on this channel. Because once you get premium clients, literally everything's easier. If you want to get more clients, you have results you can brag about that will get you clients. If you want to work less, you get bigger clients, you can fire low-paying clients. If you want to level up your skills, you know, working with a big business, you're going to get that opportunity because there's going to be good people in the team. There's going to be a good copy chief. You're going to get experience. If you want to improve your network, getting big clients, like, everything is solved when you have big, high-paying clients. And when you have high-paying clients, you can use all those results to get even higher-paying clients. And that's the game. Like, you know this as a marketer when you work with clients. Usually the best way to solve their business when they're struggling to grow is to just increase the price. It's like, you're running all these ads, you've got all these salespeople, just increase the price of your product and you're all gonna make more money. So it's the same. It's like, you wanna make more money, just raise your prices. And if you want to raise your prices, what do? You go up market. You just work with bigger businesses. And it's kind of weird to me that copywriters, they'll get to like, they'll start working with a business at like, let's say 7 figures, and then they just stop. You know, 7 figures is very small. 7 figures is like $1 million a year. It's not a big business. That's very, very small. Even as a startup, it's small. Like 8 figures is still kind of small. I know in our industry, that's like quite big. You know, they say, oh, 8-figure business, but like, that's even small still, right? So you got to think of it that way. It's like, why are you not working with more 8-figure businesses? It's not that hard. It's like, you could totally do it. You probably already have the skills. And in my experience, working with bigger businesses is actually easier because they've already got a proven offer. They've already got proven marketing. They've already got a good personal brand, or their brand is established if it's not a personal brand. They have systems in place. They have a good client success team. They have a good sales team. They have everything in place. They're literally set up for you to win. And you have leverage because you send one email, it goes to 300,000 people. It's like you send one email, you make them $30,000. You like instantly pay for yourself like this. Whereas the smaller businesses, you got to always justify and you always got to like negotiate. It's a mess. So that's what I want to share with you. The model is get 5 high-paying clients, leverage AI, leverage your skills, level up your skills. You'll make 25K a month working just a couple hours a day. And then from there, you can decide what you want to do. You can be like, I'm making 25K a month, my expenses are low, I'm getting a lot of experience, I'm growing in this team, I'm making a lot of powerful connections, I'm learning how this business model works. I'm learning how a lot of business models work because you're working with a lot of clients. Then you can decide like, okay, cool. Do I want to build an offer? Do I want to help somebody else build an offer? So it's really that simple. Get a couple of premium clients, learn how to close premium clients. If you need help with that, I've got a video on this channel on exactly how to close premium clients right now. Go watch that video and yeah, I'll see you there. Take care.